Till now, we have seen roughages and what are the sources of roughages. If we have, if you don't include the roughages in our body, or if you don't include the roughages in our diet, so already I told you what are the problems we are going to face. That is constipation, stomach pain, severe stomach pain, and constipation means daily you cannot go for free motion. So these are all the consequences or the disturbances caused in our body. If there is constipation, we may get severe stomach pain, and we are at little bit risk. We are in the risk factor. That means sometimes we may feel ill. We are not energetic. If there is no constipation, that means motion is free, then we can say that we are healthy. So this is all about roughages. Now let us see. All wants to be healthy. To require or to be healthy, what we will do? We should eat nice food. Nice means not beautiful food, but we should eat healthy food. We should take healthy food. Ma'am, you can ask me, ma'am, already we are taking food. What do you mean by healthy food? Yes, food is different from healthy food. Healthy food means it is nothing but balanced diet. We should eat the food in balanced quantities. That means, what is balanced diet? A balanced diet is a diet or it is a food which contains all the food components, that is carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals and fats in certain proportion is called balanced diet. Now, did you understand about balanced diet? What is balanced diet? A food that contains all the nutrients, that is carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fats in required proportion, then it is called as a balanced diet. That means I already told you what is balanced diet. A food that contains all the nutrients, that is carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fats in required portion or in suitable proportion, then it is called balanced diet. In this balanced diet, we should take a little amount of cereals, a little amount of pulses, a little amount of meat, a little amount of vegetables, milk and milk products, sugar and fat contents. So this all we should take in our food. Then only we can say that it is a balanced diet. If you does not take balanced diet, what will happen if you don't take balanced diet? If you have not take or if you are not taking balanced diet, just you are taking daily rice. Already what is the rice? In rice, what is the food component? It is only the carbohydrates. Only you are intaking carbohydrates daily. All the three times you are eating, if you are eating only rice, white rice, or with a little amount of curry, and this curry has vitamins and minerals in a less proportion. You are eating a large amount of carbohydrate, that is rice. All the three times you are eating rice, rice, rice. Morning, in the breakfast time, you are eating rice. Afternoon session, you are eating rice. Evening session, also, you are eating rice. All the three times you are eating rice with less curry. That means rice is nothing but, in the rice, what is the food component you have? It is nothing but carbohydrates. You are intaking in the morning, you are taking carbohydrates. So the afternoon, you are taking carbohydrates. Evening, you have taken carbohydrates. All the three times, you are excess taking carbohydrates. If you are taking excess of carbohydrates, only carbohydrates you are taking. What about the other minerals? That is vitamins, minerals, fats, proteins. These are not entering the body. The body is not taking these all the nutrients. Only you are giving carbohydrates to the body. You are not giving proteins, vitamins, minerals, fats. Then what happens? As they are not reaching the body, that is proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fats, there is no growth, and because of that, you may fall sick. You are taking only carbohydrates. You are not taking vitamins, minerals, and fats. Then what is the use? It is of no use. That does not comes under, that is not a balanced diet. So to eat balanced diet, or to take balanced diet, a food that has to be taken all the nutrients, that is vitamins, minerals, fats, and so on. All the vitamins you should take, all the vitamins, minerals, and fats, and protein. When you take all the, that is nutrients, then only it comes, or then only we can say that it is balanced diet. If you take only carbohydrate, that is before I have said three times carbohydrates, then your excess amount of your body is having only excess amount of carbohydrates. What about minerals, fats? It is zero. No vitamins in your body, no minerals in your body. There is no growth in our in your body, and there is no energy. Protein is the substance which gives the energy. No protein, so you don't have energy to stand up or to sit or to walk or to run or to do your daily activities. So we should take, for a healthy body, we should take balanced diet. If your body is healthy, naturally your mind also will be healthy, and already we have a proverb that a sound body will have sound mind. So this balanced diet includes all cereals, pulses, meat, vegetable, milk and milk products, sugar and fat. So you are taking the food. See that it is a balanced diet. If I ask you one question, that the question is, there is one girl called Manjula in our class. She eats, Manjula is a girl in your class. She is only eating bread and omelette. Manjula is eating only bread and omelette daily. You can say that bread is good food and omelette is also a good food. But she is eating daily bread and omelette. Can we say that Manjula is eating balanced diet? Say your answer. Is she eating balanced diet? Yes or no? No, she's not eating or she's not taking balanced diet. Why? Because the answer is, when she's eating, as she's eating bread, bread is having only the carbohydrates. What is the food component in the bread? Carbohydrates. And what is the omelette? What is the food component in the omelette? You have omelette is prepared by eggs. Eggs are rich in proteins. Eggs are rich in proteins. So she is taking only carbohydrates and proteins. Then what about the other essential food components? That is vitamins, minerals, and fats. They also should be required by the body to be in a healthy position. Not only carbohydrates and proteins will be sufficient for the body, for the growth of the body. If you take only these two, can I say that it is balanced diet? No. You should take all the food components, that is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, and vitamins. When you intake all these food components, then only we can say that it is balanced diet. So, in this balanced diet, we should take, for example, what are you going to get for your lunch box? Daily, you are going to eat your lunch. What are you going to get in your lunch box? Naturally, rice you are going to get, and one curry, curd, then any fry, and sambar. So, these are all the food components. These are all items of food you are going to bring in your lunch basket. So, what are the food items you are going to bring? Let us see the food items what you are going to bring for your lunch box. You are going to, what is a food item? You are going to get rice. You are going to get dal. Dal means pappu. And you are having some ghee in your box. And you are having some curry, whether it is a lady's finger or cabbage or tomato, whatever it is. And naturally, you are having some curd, and after the full lunch you are going to take one fruit like one banana or sweet lemon or an apple and so on. So when you take the food, these are all the food items you are going to bring for your lunch box. Naturally, if I observe all your lunch boxes, all are having common, that is, all of them are having common food item, that is nothing but rice. Only the curries will be different. Okay. So rice, this is the staple food for Andhra Pradesh. In when this is the, as we are in the south part of India, we eat only rice. So our staple food is rice. But when we go to the north, that is Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, they eat only rotis. So why? Because wheat is largely grown in those areas. So their staple food is wheat. So they eat daily, as wheat is largely produced in their area. So wheat is the staple food in the northern side of India. But here in our Andhra Pradesh, in the south part, as it is in the south part of India, the rice is largely, paddy is largely grown, so we eat paddy, that is rice. So rice is our staple food. So in the food item, that is rice, what are we going to have the food component? Rice is having. What is the food component of rice? It's nothing but carbohydrates. In dal, dal means pappu. In dal, you have proteins. In ghee, you have fats. Curry, whatever the curry you take, lady's finger, jerkin, tomato, cabbage, whatever it is. In curry, all the vegetables, curries are made from vegetables. In vegetables, you have vitamins, minerals, and fats. And in sambar, without sambar, children won't like to eat food. So, sambar is a favorite dish for you, for the children. So, without sambar, children won't take food also. So, in sambar, there is, what is the food component? Proteins. In curd is nothing but the milk product. How do you prepare the curd? How do you prepare the curd? Boiling the milk and adding 1 or 2 drops of buttermilk to the warm milk so that you can get the curd. In curd, you have fats. Fruits. Fruits means apple, banana, orange, mango. So this fruit contains vitamins, minerals, and fiber. So these are all the food items you are going to bring for your lunch. And these are all the food components. These all the food items have all the the essential food components. That is, you are taking carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fats. Vitamins, minerals, and fats, and fibers also you are taking. So this whole your lunch box becomes a balanced diet. Now, did you understand what is balanced diet? When you are bringing your lunch basket or lunch box, you should you should keep in mind that you're all having rice, dal, then curry, ghee, and one fruit essentially. Then only we can say that it is balanced diet. Whenever you are eating food, don't see the quantity. Don't observe the quantity, but you only take quality. Quality. Quantity is different, entirely different from quality. You don't take quantity of food, you take quality of food. Are you able to understand? Quantity means huge amount. No need of taking huge amount of food. That is waste. No need to take food, large amount of food. That is mere waste. Take a little bit of food with all the nutrients. Then you are healthy. If you take quantity, that means it does not have any nutrients, vitamins, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, it does not having any food components, then it is not a balanced diet. It is mere waste. So don't go for quantity of food. You always opt for quality. What type of quality food you are taking? And your parents may not know. You inform your parents that. Tell them to daily give you a boiled egg. So that egg is in rich in proteins. If you take daily one egg, that is boiled egg, especially in the afternoon session, daily one egg. No need of three eggs. Why you eat when you eat three times a day? No need. Take only one egg, especially in the afternoon session. Then you are very, very, very healthy. In the same manner, daily one egg and one fruit, any fruit you can, especially if you take apple, very good. When you take an apple, daily one apple, that's enough. Enough. One apple is enough. Already you have a proverb that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That means if you are taking an apple daily, you have more resistance. You have more immunity power. You have the resistance power of your body is more, so that you won't get any disease. Even the disease will fear to enter in your body. That much resistant you are. So you should improve your resistance levels. You should improve your immunity levels by taking not quantity but taking quality of food, which is good quality of food you should take. The quality of food, if it is good, then only you are supposed to take. The quality of food you should take, not the quantity. You are eating this much, what is the use? It is of no use. You should take only one egg and one fruit daily. That's enough, so that you are taking the balanced diet. This is all about balanced diet. So remember that you should take quality food. Means a little bit of vitamins, minerals, and fats. It should be in your lunch. See that they are present in your lunch, but not heavy amount of rice. Take a little amount of rice and take all the nutrients. That is curry, sambar, curd, fresh vegetables. You take lot amount of curry and less amount of rice so that your immunity level will be increased. So this is all about balanced diet. Now, this apart from this, in the balanced diet, especially you please give importance to fresh fruits and vegetables. These fruits and vegetables plays a very important role in our body. When you take daily some fruits and a fresh vegetables, it increases your immunity level and the disease causing germs will not enter your body. So you will be having a healthy body. Here I have brought vegetable chart for you. Vegetables. Here I have brought vegetables which strengthen your body. Here tomato, cabbage, carrot, cauliflower, onion, bitter gourd, potato, capsicum, turnip, peas, beetroot, lady's finger, garlic, bottle gourd, elephant's foot, riddle gourd, ginger, spinach, pumpkin, chilies, radish, bean, brinjal, mushroom, excellent root, then snake gourd, cucumber, sweet potato, and tinda. So these are all the vegetables which give more strength to our body. So let us see once again. Tomato, rich in vitamin C, cabbage, helps in each vegetable is having its own importance. No vegetable here is waste. All the vegetables plays a very important role in our daily life. Please don't throw the vegetables. You should eat vegetables. There are so many vegetables which can be eaten raw also. Raw means without cooking. So from this, can you say without cooking what you can eat? What are the raw vegetables you can eat? Tomato can be eaten raw. Do you know that tomato is a fruit also? We eat. What are the uses of tomato? It increases the percentage of blood. It helps in strengthening body muscles and it is very good in very rich in vitamin C. In the same manner, cabbage. Cabbage is a leafy vegetable. Cabbage is a leafy vegetable. This is a leafy vegetable, and here cabbage plays a very important role in our daily life. It helps in easy digestion. It helps in easy digestion, and it is very rich in vitamins and minerals. And carrot is a good protein and good vitamin A. Carrots are rich in vitamin A. And if there is a deficiency of vitamin A, if you don't eat carrots, immediately you will get eyesight. Immediately you get eyesight. That means you are suffering from eye disease. So carrot, very rich in vitamin A. If you intake carrot in large proportions or little bit extent positions, so that you can increase your immunity level, you can save your eyes, and it is easy in it helps in easy digestion. Like that cauliflower, it's a very good vitamin, mineral, and fat. And onion, like that onion is a substance, or onion is a vegetable. Without this onion, you cannot cook any curry. In all the curries, you are using this onion. Onion is best medicine also. So onion plays a very important role in our life. So as I'm saying, yes, each and every vegetable is having its own importance. Now let us see the next one, bitter gourd. In this bitter gourd, it purifies the blood. Not only it purifies the blood, it strengthens the muscles. Not only it strengthens the muscles, but it is a good purifier of the blood and it helps in easy digestion also. For sugar patients, as it is bitter in taste, for sugar patients, it is very good to balance the insulin levels. And next one, potato. It is a potato is a favorite dish for all the children. Like next one, capsicum, turnip, and Peas is peas, beans. These are all comes under one category. They are very rich in fiber. As I go on, each and every vegetable is having its own importance. Next, beetroot. Beetroot is a one which plays a very important role in our life. If you take just a piece of beetroot in your daily life, daily if you take, then it improves your blood percentage so that you cannot get sick. Next one, lady's finger. It is a good fiber content. And do you know that if you eat lady's finger, you will get you nice intelligent power. Next one, garlic. Garlic is also a vegetable which helps your immunity levels and it controls the heart diseases. It avoids or it for heart patients also it is very good. If you eat daily one garlic for heart, it is a very good medicine. Bottle gourd. Bottle gourd means it takes here in this bottle gourd a large amount of water content is present and it helps in easy digestion and strengthening of the muscles. Next one, riddle gourd. Ginger. Ginger plays a very important role in our daily life. And most of them, as they get early in the morning, they take ginger tea. When they take ginger tea, it is helpful in making the resistant. You are improving the resistance power. Next, spinach, pumpkin, like that. Each and every vegetable is having its own importance. Now let us see radish. Radish is the one which is having radish is a vegetable which is having very high content of fiber and it results in to avoid constipation and it improves the blood percentage. Next, beans very rich in fiber. Beans is very rich in fiber and it improves the strengthening of the muscles. And next one, brinjal. Like that, each and every vegetable is having its own importance. And all the vegetables build and strengthen our muscles. So these are all the vegetables. Once again, I will reveal the vegetables to you. That is tomato, cabbage, carrot, cauliflower, onion, bitter gourd, potato, capsicum, turnip, peas, beetroot, lady's finger, garlic, bottle gourd, elephant's foot, riddle gourd, ginger, spinach, pumpkin, chilies, radish, beans, brinjal, mushroom, next one, snake gourd, cucumber, sweet potato, and pita. So these are all the vegetables which plays a very important role in our daily life. No vegetable is waste. All the vegetables are useful. So, am I clear? So, these are all the vegetables which are available in the market. And there are some children saying that I won't eat beetroot. You should not say like that. You should eat all the vegetables. Is it a poisonous food? No. All the vegetables we should eat. Why? Because just now I told you, each vegetable is having its own importance. Each vegetable is having vitamins, minerals, and fats and fibers. So we should take all the vegetables. It improves and strengthens our body. So children, from today onwards, you should eat all the vegetables. Don't say that I won't eat so and so vegetable. So, will you promise me that you eat all the vegetables? Okay, thank you. So, this is all about fruits. This is all about vegetables. Now, let us see some fruits. So, now, just now I have explained all the about all the vegetables. Now, let us see fruits. There are some fruits here in the chart. I have brought a chart for you. Fruits chart. There are some fruits you can see. Papaya, papaya, and here there are some dry fruits, and here guava, orange, lemon, grapes. So these are all some fruits, whatever I have shown here. Orange, grapes, and these all the fruits we should take. And these fruits plays a very important role in our life. So daily you should take at least one fruit. So will you promise that you will eat daily one fruit at least? If you are eating two, very good. But at least one you take. Daily one guava or one apple like that so that you are in healthy condition. You may not get sick. The disease or the viruses will not enter your body. Why? Because you are so strong. Your resistance power is high. So, will you promise me that daily you eat fruits and vegetables? Fruits and vegetables only plays a very important role in our daily life. Along with that, you take rice. But here, most of our Andhra people, they take large amount of rice and less amount of fruits and vegetables. From today onwards, you try to exchange that words that you should eat less rice, you should eat less rice, more vegetables and fruits. So we should eat less rice and more vegetables. What happens if we eat less rice and more vegetables? Your immunity power will be increased. Your health condition of the body improves. The blood percentage increases. The resistance of the body increases. So that even if any virus enters our body, it can be damaged. The virus will be damaged. So we are in the safe side. So we should increase our immunity levels. If your immunity levels are good, no disease causing germs enter your body. Now let us see about vitamins. Now let us see about vitamins. We call it as vitamins also. Vitamins plays a very important role in our body. That is, they increase the growth of the body. Our functioning of the muscles and system improves if your vitamins or if the vitamins content include in your body. Now let us see about vitamins. Here I have brought a vitamin chart for you. This is vitamin A, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. So, what are the sources of food? Where do you observe this vitamin A? Vitamin A is rich in egg, butter, papaya, carrot, milk, liver, and cabbage. So these are the food items which are rich in vitamin A. Next, if you are not eating these any of the foods, that means you are having the deficiency of vitamin A. If you are not intaking any, if you are unable to intake any of this, so you will be having deficiency of A, deficiency of vitamin A. If there is a deficiency of vitamin A deficiency leads to night blindness, and slowly your eyesight also will be lost. So to avoid that, you should eat egg, butter, papaya, carrot, milk, liver, and cabbage. Next, vitamin B1 are rich in peas, meat, potato, soya beans, milk, and whole grain cells. Next, vitamin B2 are rich in green vegetables. Green vegetables means all the vegetables, that is lady's finger, gherkin, cabbage, and so on. Custard apple, meat, cheese, soya beans, milk. So, next, vitamin B is rich in tomato, potato, peanuts, banana, and vegetables. So these are all rich in vitamin B. If you don't take these items and you are having the deficiency of, that means you are having the deficiency of vitamin B. If there is a vitamin B deficiency, you may get the disease called beriberi. Next one, vitamin B6. Dry fruits and nuts, peas, pulses, fish, meat, and milk. So these are all rich in vitamin B6. Next, vitamin B12. They are rich in vitamin B12 rich in egg, meat, liver, cheese, and milk. Next, vitamin C. Vitamin C is rich in guava, tomato, orange, lemon, grapes, and emblic. So these are all we call it as citrus fruits also. If you are unable to eat this, you may have the deficiency of vitamin C. If the deficiency of vitamin C leads to scurvy disease. Next, vitamin D. The, the sources of vitamin D are egg, cod liver oil, milk, fish, and sunlight. Next, vitamin E. Vitamin E are the sources of banana, green vegetables, soya beans, egg, almond, and wheat germ oil. Next, vitamin K. The sources are tomato, soya beans, spinach, meat, turnip, and so on. So, this is a healthy food, that is vitamin chart. In, for example, papaya is a rich source of which vitamin? So, this is nothing but vitamin A. If you eat large amounts of at least one piece of papaya, you are rich in vitamin A, so that your eyesight will be improved. You have a very good eyesight. So next here, tomato is rich in vitamin B and as well as vitamin C. So this is a vitamin chart. So daily you are supposed to take all the vitamins for your healthy growth of your body. Now let us see the next content. Now let us see the next content, that is water. Till now, I have explained about fruits and vegetables. Till now, I have explained about fruits and vegetables. In fruits and vegetables, we have a large amount of water, especially papaya, then apple. They are all watermelon. They are having large amount of water in those fruits. So, why do we require water? Can we live without water? Just we stay back without drinking water at least for one day? No, not even 1 hour. 1 hour also you cannot stay without water. Water plays a very important role in our body. Our body contains 70% of water. Without water, without eating food also we can live 1 or 2 days. But without water we cannot live at least for a day. So water plays a very important role in our daily life. So now let us see about water. Water plays a key role in our daily life. And what does the water do? As we are drinking water, what does it do? It helps to it helps to bring all the all the wastewater from our body in the form of sweat, and urine. So by drinking water, whatever the waste water in our body, this water, what by drinking water, the water helps in releasing or sending out the waste materials in the form of sweat and urine. If these are the waste materials, if they are present inside our body for a long time, then the person may get sick. Next one. Water absorbs all the nutrients from the food. It absorbs it absorbs all the nutrients from the food. Whatever we are taking the food items. Water absorbs all the nutrients from the food. Whatever the food we are consuming, it absorbs all the nutrients from the food and it sends out all the toxins. Toxins means waste materials from our body, all the poisonous materials from our body. It it softens